Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the A-Gap podcast. We are here on a lovely, lovely Tuesday evening. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Gentlemen, it's been a hell of a week in sports, in real life, in just a lot of shit going on this week, boys. So I want to ask you, how was your weeks? How'd you spend them? What'd you guys do?
Good week. Just been, again, we're in the final week prep for John going back to college. So
let's go.
Let's go, baby.
Thank you. Reading over syllabus, figuring out which books I can, just get free off the internet.
Should be all books, right, John?
I mean, should be. It should be. Thank you very much, Tom, for bringing up that very valid point. But yeah, dude, we're in the final week of prep, and then John goes back to school to prove to Dad that he's not a fool. Right? Isn't that the song?
That's the song, baby. That is the song.
If you can guess the movie, good on you.
Billy Madison.
Oh, there we go.
But hey, there we go.
Come on.
There we go.
Genius.
Gotta be.
Is that all right? Is that your favorite like '90s era Sandler film?
Gotta be Big Daddy for me.
Big Daddy. Ooh, that's a dark horse. I like that.
Is that Ernie Millennium though? I don't mean to be that snob, but
99, bro. Check the date.
Oh, is it really?
Whoa.
Oh, all right. Well done,
Colby. How about that?
Thank you, sir.
Good pick.
Yeah, no, Big Daddy. Very great story. Classic Adam Sandler comedy. Soundtrack is unreal. Just great movie. Definitely my favorite.
It's the kids from The Sweet Life.
Yeah, both of them.
Ooh, it is.
The twins are in it.
Yeah.
The twins are in it, but it's.
I'm a Happy Gilmore guy myself.
And who's the
Happy
female
Gilmore's
lead? What's her name? What is her name? Because every '90s boy had a crush on her. What was her name?
The girl
Christina
in Big
Applegate?
Daddy? Is that her name? Christina Applegate?
Oh, the mean one?
No. The one who becomes the mom or is.
Oh, she has like the really high pitched voice.
Yeah, that's the one that's married to Judd Apatow.
But she's the
But really? Yeah. Okay, I know what you're talking about.
Here, I'll look.
What's her name
Tom,
from that one movie?
Favorite Sandler movie?
Happy Gilmore's so good though, dude. The Matt already said it. That's the one I've probably watched more times than any, and it's the movie. If it's on TV somehow, some way, I'll still watch it. It's just a great movie. It's like a perfect movie to me.
And it's
not because you're like a film buff, you were gonna go with like Punch Drunk Love or something like that.
No, Matt, that movie's trash.
Yeah, it's a tough watch.
Yeah,
I watched it when I was probably like 10, and it just and I was at the height of my Sandler fanboyism, and it just really, I was like,
it broke you, dude. It broke you.
Yeah, that'll get you good. Are we going strictly like 90s? Or are we going overall?
I would say like peak era Sandler. I mean, if you want to do Click, I'll allow it, but.
I was thinking more.
Don't dive down that path.
I was thinking.
Don't go down the Beyonce.
Grown Ups 2.
Hubie Halloween, dude. Hubie Halloween is a cinematic masterpiece. Cinematic masterpiece, dude. I don't know. It's for me, yeah, Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, probably Happy Gilmore, honestly. I did love Billy Madison though, because I had those as like a 2-set pack, and I would just watch both of them back to back on every road trip. It was those two, and then like Animal House and Caddyshack are the two two disc
classics,
sets
dude.
that I had, dude. Yeah, those were. I would.
How old were you when your parents bought you these movies?
I was probably like 13. I don't know, like 13.
Yeah, dude.
My dad loved Caddyshack, so he was like, "All right, dude, we got to get him Caddyshack." And then Animal House, it was like because we were all Oregon fans. It was filmed at Oregon at U of O in Eugene, so I was like, they gotta watch Animal House, learn the history. So that was the backstory.
I'm gonna come in with a hot take here.
Hot take alert. Here we go.
I feel like, all right, I don't know. I feel like Waterboy hasn't aged well with the voice and the mannerisms. I don't know if you can.
It's been a while since I've watched it.
I would have to go rewatch that actually. I've maybe that's one of those that we all put behind us just for that exact reason, and we didn't know it.
It's not like over the top bad, but I don't know. I guess I also wasn't as into like the Zabadoo kind of stuff, you know.
That's why I love Hubie Halloween.
Sandler.
The Hubie Halloween is the return of the like.
I was gonna say, I guess he did that like a couple years ago.
One, right?
Yep.
It's not problematic.
You might not be wrong, Matt. You might not be wrong.
You're onto something, kid.
Hey, if I could sign us up for another thing that we just won't deliver on, we could just watch all the Adam Sandler sports movies and just give them all reviews. So just like we did with Space Jam 2.
2 weeks.
Yeah, exactly.
2 weeks.
Right before NFL season, when things start getting real hot, we're just going to review Adam Sandler movies.
That's the whole show.
Oh, here we go. True Grit said, if only Howie and Uncut Gems dropped a Zabadoo. It would be pretty good. Maybe. All right, no, I'm not even going to say it. I was going to say a massive spoiler. But go watch Uncut Gems. Then you can talk spoilers with us. Well, gentlemen, it's been a hell of a week, like I said. But I know we've all got like a little weird thing that's going on. So, Tom, I'm going to ask you, dude, what's your deal?
All right, my deal? You're asking me my deal?
What's your deal?
All right, my deal is that there should be a government mandate to establish what a proper public toilet stall lock looks like and performs like. There may or may not have been an awkward situation this past week for me using an uncertified, what I imagine how it should be, stall lock, because I may or may not have made some direct eye contact with a man that I would say has a great tan on his thighs.
Oh my God. Yikes.
Handled it with grace, I think. Just said, oh, the guy's like, well, what's going on? I'm sorry, man, the door. I was like, it's all good. And I just closed it and it wouldn't lock again because it's the handicap stall. So he's far away from the door. He can't even come up and close it properly. So I just shut it and I say, I'm not going to go to the bathroom. I did go to the bathroom. I used another, of course, something else opened up, but yeah, that was rough.
That sounds horrible.
Yeah.
I don't mean to laugh because but
oh no, I'm laughing at you 100%. Like
that's fine.
He was in the handicap stall.
True.
Was he's the one sitting at this point?
Yes.
In the wrong.
He's in a seated position. Can we assume?
Yes.
So okay.
It was unpleasant to describe my feelings at the time, and you just wish it never happened.
Where was this, Tom? Was this like at an outhouse at a campground, or was it at like a retail store?
This was a more of a standard. You're out shopping space. Your standard, your Target bathrooms. Your stuff like that.
That's not good because when you go to one of those, you really just want it to be a safe haven.
You expect
it to be a safe space.
You expect security.
The whole time you're walking in there, you're like, please nobody in here, please nobody in here, please nobody in here, and then fuck.
And the experience of going to a public restroom when there's no one else in there, heaven.
However, I do want to say, so this was at, I assume, some kind of retail store.
That would check out.
And you walked into the stall or the bathroom door? Like, was it a solo bathroom?
The stall.
Oh, got it.
There was some other people using other facilities at the time. So I want to point out, I did the classic look in between where the lock should be, and the lock looked to be in the proper position to ensure that I would not see a bare ass.
Have you used the stall before?
Oh yes, sure, yeah.
So that the lock works. I'm just trying to deduce that you've been to the stall. The lock works.
I see the lock. I examine it. I identify that this is a safe door to open, and that was not
entrance is permitted.
Exactly. But I have learned that you can't trust your eyes. Those locks are not made well. And bringing me back to my main point. Come on, Nancy Pelosi, let's get it going. Bathroom stall lock, please.
Where's
help
the mandate?
Me out?
Federal standard for bathroom locks.
Exactly. That's what I'm looking for.
Let's sign the fucking dotted line, Nancy. Please.
Let's get it going.
Jesus. I think that's something, regardless of what political party you support, we can all support bathroom stall locks for everybody.
Hashtag peaceful poop.
Hashtag what? Peaceful poop?
Peaceful poop.
All right. That's a good one.
But I do want to ask, hey, Matt, what's your deal, dude?
What's my deal, dude?
What's your deal?
my deal is, I'm sure we all watched preseason football over the weekend. We'll get further into that. It's kind of a weird transition from what you were talking about, but
sorry, yeah.
My deal is, I guess, hot guys in sports. And so I was thinking about Jimmy Garoppolo, as I do, and Trey Lance and the battle that they have. And I think in the court of public opinion, we give Jimmy a lot of slack because he's really good looking. And when you have like your Alden Smiths for a while, or before he got out of football, Greg Hardy, where there's the talent over tolerance thing, where it's like you can fuck up a little bit more because you can get 15 sacks a year. Do we give our athletes, like our Jimmies, a little bit more leash because they're good looking?
Ooh.
I'd say yes.
I think so.
I'd say yes too.
I think it depends how good in the media they are as well. Like if they're like a dick to the media and they're pretty, it's like, maybe not as much of a leash, but if they're good with the media and good looking, they're going to get a long leash. Long leash.
Yeah, it's a twofer because you're going to make me dollar bills, bud.
Yeah, I mean, Jimmy goes up to the mic every time and he says nothing, and you're just like, he's so great.
He's so great. He's the best.
I mean, hey, he learned from the GOAT, right? He learned from Tom Brady. He's probably a good example. Granted, he's incredible, but has gotten progressively better looking throughout his career. Goes to the mic, says nothing. Now he goes.
Drew Grit says Minshew, prime example. I'm not going to make us do it on the spot, but I was trying to think of athletes who are better looking than they are good on the field. And the barometer was like a Jimmy, probably better looking than good. Chris Bryant, really handsome fella, but really great player. Good. So True. I don't think that's the case with him. Tim Tebow, more charismatic. I mean, I'm not saying he's like a dime piece, but he probably got more leash because he was Tim Tebow than he should have.
True.
Right.
And I think now that I'm thinking about it, maybe like, I don't know, Aaron Judge. He's kind of a good looking guy.
Yeah.
Not really great recently, but he still gets the endorsements. Obviously, he's on the Yankees. That helps a lot.
He's having a good year. He just gets hurt a lot.
That too. That's true.
Brady Quinn, Notre Dame.
Oh, yeah. Great example.
Come on.
Great
Classic
example.
Matt Leinart.
Sam Darnold.
His forehead's a little too big. Let's tone it down.
Maybe Zach Wilson. Who knows? He looks like a teenage heartthrob. Maybe he'll get a little bit of a leash. I don't think New York City is the city that'll give a leash to a pretty boy, but who knows? We'll see.
Maybe for a little bit.
Maybe for a little bit.
Always the sugar cookies back in Draper, Utah.
Yeah, exactly.
He actually looked pretty good though.
So one thing I want to throw out there.
All right.
I'm trying to think.
I'm going to throw this into an interesting perspective. I'm going to try to think. So like, I think about when you say the most attractive athletes, I think about who is my mom's favorite Giants player of all time, you know? The mom review of players, the one, where they're watching the game like, oh, he's so cute, like you have that reaction. I just think of Brandon Crawford. Doesn't matter when that guy was batting 220 for us. Every fan loved him, Doesn't matter. Obviously, he did all these other great things for us, but it was all good with his offense.
Well, that's like a different dimension of it, I think, with your hashtag Forever Giants, because if you win a ring and you got all the Facebook moms like, I don't care what Joe Panic hits, he's one of my favorites of all time.
Yeah, see, that's a great example. Yeah,
that is
like Joe Panic, Buster Posey, and down years. You got my dad's yelling at him, but the ladies and myself, staunch defenders.
Staunch defenders.
He's astonishing to look at.
He's astonishing to look at.
So,
shit, boys.
That's my deal.
All right, that's a damn good deal.
Something to think about.
Well then, you know what? I'm gonna skip my deal. It's really not that interesting. I'll really quickly. My cat basically went viral on TikTok. It's pretty cool. She has a lot of she has a lot of followers now. She went from let's see. She went from about like 150 followers to about 1,200 followers in the last 7 days. So it's kind of crazy to have a cat that is like somewhat viral, like, because she hasn't gone full viral. Viral on TikTok is like millions and millions and millions. However, she's got quite a few very recently, so it's very fun. It's fun for us. So we're having a good time. We are sucking our child for. That sounds weird. We are sucking our child. Sucking our child for content. We're taking her. We're taking advantage of her cuteness for content. So
I was gonna
why
say,
not?
give me the backstory and then tell me how your life has changed and how much pressure you now feel to keep the content coming from your cat.
So that is the biggest issue, is that it 100% has now become like, okay, everything that this cat does now almost needs to be on video. And I'm not the one personally trying to do this. My girlfriend Camille has done extremely well in getting this everything filmed. And she's like, she loves TikTok too. She was like, I'm never going to get on TikTok. She downloaded it and it's just like consuming her life. And so she's finding all the good sounds. She's finding everything that is like viral and blowing up. So she's finding that shit and is feeling the stress, especially as the viewer count has risen. The anxiety has risen with it to keep up the content.
However, just the anguish when you don't get as many likes.
Oh, and it's in the way TikTok works. It's like one post will get 2,000 views and one post will get like 200, and it's like, what did I do wrong? Like the 200 one is better. You're like the 200 one you put like an hour of work into doing a voiceover and shooting all these shots, and then the other one is like a picture of the cat like trying to jump on you while you're at the toilet, and it's like no effort, but it gets more likes.
Million views.
And you just don't know how it really works. So it's interesting, and I would say that's how the life has changed, so to say. I don't know. Other than that, it's really just been kind of fun to just ride the wave. I will say though, cat TikTok followers, batshit crazy. Batshit crazy. A lot of
Are you
anime.
that surprised?
No, I'm not. But it's like it's either a like 12-year-old girl, a 64-year-old girl, or somebody with an anime profile picture. That's it. Those are the only people, or other cat accounts. So it's gnarly. It's absolutely crazy.
Cutthroat out there.
It is. It is very cutthroat out there. It's very cutthroat out there. But that's what's going on with me. But I know we have a lot of other stuff to talk about. So
real quick, if I can, for Brobomination, I will never, ever, ever forget Slagle. I will never forget that place. That's just real quick, if I can address somebody. And for everybody else in the chat, real fast, I'm trying to figure out who Brobomination is, but you're a military buddy of mine, and I'm just trying to place who it is. But Slagle was the cafeteria that we would eat at for our medic training. No way. Welch, are you kidding me? What's going on,
we got
kid?
a buddy.
How are
Let's
you?
go. I love that.
Slagle, I'm telling you, any medic that you ever talk to, just mention Slagle to him, and it's because the Navy and the Air Force got these like 5-star dining facilities. Meanwhile, ours was infested with cockroaches and rats, and we had watery eggs to eat in the morning.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a good name for it. Like it's like the name just fits.
Yeah.
It's exactly like when you think Slagle, that's exactly what it is. And so just real quick, big shout out to Slagle. So definitely remember that.
Hell yeah.
But yeah, man.
Bringing people together on the pod.
Dude,
I love it.
That's crazy. A name I haven't heard in years.
It's been 82 years.
Long time.
Fortnite.
Hey.
Dad, if you're in the chat, feel free to chime in too.
Maddie's not there. He's not there, man.
I do want to say Brobomination was complimenting the shirts, so well done, boys. Well done on the shirts. We went for a little free-for-all this week for everybody for all the auditory listeners. We got Bad Mother Nature shirt. Every Time I Die, Bill's shirt. John has his enlisted Afghanistan shirt, which is actually very cool. That's a fucking badass shirt. And then I have my Bunt Rollers softball shirt. So we went for a wild card, but looks like it's paying off, boys.
Can I see that logo?
Yeah.
Who designed that?
Wow, what
Who
a
designed
good
that?
logo.
Oh, I mean, it kind of looks like the A-Gap logo. Maybe it was me. Maybe it was me. Maybe I have a style. Maybe I have a style. But yeah, dude, that was a fun team. We were terrible, but we had a good time. You know, we drank a lot of beer. We hit a lot of ground balls. It was very fun. He said Dreamboat. That's the reason why he's about the shirts today. Brobomination. Let's go, baby.
Looking good, my guy. Looking, like I said, squad's looking fucking great today. So
let's go.
Look good, play good. You know what I mean? So
hey, looking good, playing good. Let's just segue into it right now. Preseason week 1 NFL, boys. How much? So how much did you guys actually watch?
I did catch
the Niner game, and that's
there you go. There you go.
I caught the Hall of Fame game, and then I caught some of the other games.
I watched it once in a while.
A lot of highlights.
Yeah, a lot of highlights.
There was football on the TV. That's all I really, you know what I mean? Hearing the sound of pads hitting again, it feels good. Reminds me of a nice, cool Sunday morning. So I'm excited for it.
Especially on Sunday. It was nice waking up on a Sunday and just having football on. Oh, True Grit said he only saw the Rams fight.
We all did, True Grit. We all saw that fight.
Aaron Donald in the stands.
Yeah, dude.
I love someone throws a beer on him and he just does the sweeping punch.
It's knocks out the whole row. I don't know if you guys saw the other angle of the person that threw the beer or
she's got to go to jail, bro.
The funniest tweet that I saw about it was it's like, damn, this girl killed Selena and started the fight in the stands. That shit had me rolling on the floor. But yeah, it was crazy week 1. Obviously, it was the rookie quarterback extravaganza. Rank them. We don't have to do that right now, but I'm just going to go ahead and just rapid fire it. So Trevor Lawrence went 6 of 9, 71 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. He had 1 fumble that was recovered. And then we have Zach Wilson, went 6 of 9 for 63 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. Then we have Trey Bay Area Lance, who went 5 of 14, 128 yards, 1 touchdown, 0 interceptions, was sacked 4 times, and had
yikes.
one. Yeah, yikes. That's the big yikes. And had 1 fumble that was lost. And then last but not least, definitely not least, honestly, we have Justin Fields, 14 of 20, 142 yards, 1 touchdown, 0 interceptions. Also had 5 rushes for 33 yards and a rushing touchdown.
Said the NFL is too slow for him, so
it's
right.
He's gonna find out when he faces first stringers, but
yeah,
that's what I said. That's what I said. I was like, calm down, guy.
So dumb.
But he was on full display. He looked good.
He looked really good. And I would say of those stat lines, his is obviously the most attractive by far.
Niners fans are wet over that 80 yards.
Oh, I did not get Mac. Let me look those up. I think
Mac had the highest PFF grade for what that's worth. Just checking down Tom Brady, Jimmy G, check downs all day.
I mean, smart football.
You look good.
Oh yeah. Okay. So Mac went 13 of 19 for 87 yards, 0 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. 68% completion. His longest throw was 13 yards. Yeah. Very Jimmy G-esque, as you said. Just throwing
the Patriots system, guys. Come on. That's
13 completions, 60, how many? 80 something yards?
It's a solid day.
They're going for volume, Matt. Come on.
That is volume.
Yeah. Trying to get his confidence up, okay?
Voluminous. Yes.
Pretty cool that Trey Lance had that in 1 throw, though.
Dude, 80-yard bomb for a tutty. That feels good. Niners fans everywhere are wet.
Did you feel like the throw was underthrown? Slightly. The touchdown throw? Did you feel like it was slightly underthrown? It was just a great play by the receiver.
A little wobbly. No,
right?
A little duckish.
When I watched it live, I saw it live, and I was like, that was a great play, and the defender didn't necessarily play great, and the wide receiver did, but didn't you feel like he could have led him a little bit more?
Are we really going to shit on any 80-yard bomb touchdown? Are we really going to go there, Tom?
Yeah, because it's going to upset you guys. So,
yeah, fair enough.
I agree. He threw it was a little bit of a wobbler.
A little wobbler.
It wasn't.
Give it to him.
So Drew Lock threw a very, I think, same 80-yard bomb that was really nice in stride, led him. It could have been a better ball, no doubt.
It still feels great, though, for just his confidence and the whole system and what it can do. It was still a win, regardless.
Yeah, I think seeing Jimmy go 3 of 3 and barely throw it past the line of scrimmage, and then see the first play Trey comes out, they try to take a shot, and he rolls out, throws a really nice ball to Ayuk, who drops it. And then the next drive, just that 80-yard bomb, everyone's like, all right, start him now, including me. It's like, fuck Jimmy, start him now, it's over.
Including me, I'm people.
And then the rest of it was just a little up and down.
I would say
preseason. What are you gonna do?
Exactly.
True.
Are we going full Niners nightly right now, boys?
You're ready.
I think we're ready.
We can do it. I was gonna say we can talk about the Rooks, or we can just jump in.
Let's talk about the rooks. We're not ready for the graphic yet. We're not ready for the graphic yet. We're not ready for it yet.
Early celebration.
We're gonna tease it. See, we're now that we've spent more time in the industry, we understand how it works. Just a little tease for everybody.
Little tidbit.
Yeah, Lance looked good. It was fun. Trevor Lawrence also looked good. Tim Tebow looked horrible.
Real bad.
Absolutely horrible. He was cut today.
I would argue that he did set the edge on that one block, though.
I guess he did establish an edge somewhere, but it was set somewhere in there.
It may not. It's not how you draw it up, but effective. Somewhat.
I've never seen somebody like
was laughing so hard. Dude.
When you like hit him, do a little spinneroo off of him.
I was gonna say I've never seen anybody make a spinning block. It was pretty impressive.
It's like the windmill tackle in the end zone.
That's like you would expect like Kirk Cousins to block like that.
Yes,
not Tim Tebow.
Jameis Winston.
Jameis would probably hit a harder block.
Jameis could probably lay some hat.
Oh yeah.
You think James can lay some hat?
I don't know.
After watching him come out of that
dude.
I don't know.
I don't know, dude.
Might be able to throw it around a little bit.
All right, which quarterback do you think would lay the most hat? Because we all know, like they don't usually block, but like Cam?
I was gonna say Cam.
Throw out
I was
Ben
gonna say Cam.
Roethlisberger in his prime.
Ooh.
Probably Lil Fitzmagic. That dude's a psycho.
Yeah,
I bet you he hits hard.
He does always go out there and try to find one person just to fuck up.
I'm
lead
just
with
saying,
the crown of his helmet.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
He's just out there to. He's out there to.
Last time I made a tackle, this was how we did
it.
I mean, we've seen that dude. That dude's he's got a little crazy in him. He's got a little linebacker in him. So let the kid run. Who else?
I would say, who you got, Matt?
Jimmy G made a pancake block in a playoff game against Minnesota.
Well, he did. He did. That's true.
I mean, it wasn't
Jimmy
like
G's gonna lay some hat.
It wasn't how you draw it up, but it happened.
He's impressive. Let me see.
Yeah, my vote would be.
I was trying to rack another one.
Fitzpatrick.
I got Cam.
Yeah, Cam probably.
Cam be solid.
Cam fucking
Absolutely
smashes. Well, Trevor Lawrence could probably put a good block on somebody too, but who definitely could not is Zach Wilson.
Probably not.
He's throwing any hat, but he threw some balls. 6 of 9, nice.
He looked good, man.
He looked pretty good.
He did. Yeah.
The Jets might be a little sleeper. I think that's kind of
Saleh
like that's the Twitter narrative.
The game,
huh?
He always does.
Saleh was running.
That's what he does.
I did. And all the whole New York media is like, yes.
Look at all
3 stories. It's 3 days worth of pictures right there.
They'll use them throughout the season.
Oh yeah.
I kind of hope the Jets do well. Like, and I expect them to play like sound football, right? Like they'll be well coached. They got a LaFleur running their offense. Like they should be like
less
I don't think they're just going to be like an embarrassing shit show where you watch them every week and it's like, what the hell are these guys doing? Like they should be at least well coached. They might be like the 2017 Niners where they just have not a lot of talent, but you can kind of see it.
They're going to give Zach the time that he needs. I think one of the stats that I was looking at was like the protection percentage or something like that, and the Jets had the highest one over. If we're going to do early reactions or early overreactions,
way too early reactions.
Yeah, exactly. Their offensive line was a top performer. Pretty top performer over the weekend. Niners were like some crazy rate. It was low. It was disgusting. So a lot of those hurried throws and a lot of those sacks was an interesting stat. I didn't know he got sacked 4 times, but yeah. What's his name? Mekhi Becton. Yeah. He's been going against what's his name? But he said basically his quote was that going against a vet of such a high caliber kind of humbled him real quick, and so he I think they're performing at a high tick. I think Zach's going to have a pretty decent year.
He's
got
play.
The tools.
Their QB depth chart is abysmal.
Yeah.
Their second string QB is Mike White.
Who?
He's a 3rd-year player out of Western Kentucky. Their 3rd string is James Morgan.
Oh.
He's a 2nd-year player out of Florida International. And then they have the ageless wonder, Josh Johnson himself, as their 4th stringer.
Yikes.
Wow.
So there's absolutely nobody that can, like, if it's a shit show with Zach Wilson, he's going to either get hurt or If he's not
or
good,
they'll tank. Yeah.
But it's not going to be good for his confidence if he doesn't play well, because nobody else can come in.
No.
It's just going to be him.
It'll be like Sam Darnold all over again.
Yeah,
exactly.
They should go get the Rosen one. That's not a bad idea at all.
They should.
That's not a bad idea. Yeah. Wow, that's not a bad idea.
Right?
Wow. From an Eagles fan, smart
you
man.
Calling it
smart
now?
Man.
Rosen one.
That's a good prediction.
Yeah, are we gonna put it on the books?
The Rosen one.
It should happen. It probably won't, but
I saw somebody, the Action Network retweeted this, that somebody placed a $1,000 bet that Josh Rosen would be the Niners Week 1 starter. He bet that in May, so after the draft, and he only would have won like $3,300. So not a really stupid bet.
Idiot.
Yeah.
And then the Action Network retweeted it today. It was like, never had a chance.
I bet that immediately came out of his account today. Just done.
What are the odds that Rosen goes to like the Colts or somebody like that? Colts would be interesting.
I could see it.
Irsay doesn't want to trade, but Rosen's now available. You go give him a nice little contract, finish out camp with the Colts.
Could be interesting. I think the Jets thing just makes the most sense because he knows the offense, and he was with LaFleur last year at the end of the year. But
true.
Who knows? It sounds like Carson. I don't know. Tom's probably more up on Carson than any of us. But
that 5 to 12 weeks. Soon. Nah. He figured it out, guys. He just needed a real good talking to from Jim Irsay, and he's playing week 1 now.
There we go.
So everything's gonna be all right. But they say not only him, but also their all pro fucking guard they're both looking like they could play week 1.
Jesus. All right, we got a question in the chat. Enlightened Ninja wants to know: can you give me some insight on what top tier quarterback will get hurt so I can make sure to draft them on my team, please? Carson Wentz is probably a good option.
Carson Wentz is a good vote there. Yeah,
Carson Wentz. Jimmy Garoppolo's probably not bad either, for being honest.
Ryan Tannehill is always a chance. Yeah.
Honestly, Aaron Rodgers, dude's not drinking milk, doesn't have bones anymore.
The biggest one I could see if you're gonna like reach in a draft would be Kyler Murray, because he's going like QB3. And he already said he's not going to run as much, but he's just a little guy. And he got hurt last year and he wasn't the same. That's like a guy I could see like top tier quarterback that you reach for thinking like, this guy's going to win me my league. And then he gets hurt.
So make sure to target that person in Light Ninja, because it seems like that's your thing in fantasy.
If you're in an auction draft, just try to just raise that. Just make him go for like $50.
There you go. Just raise him up. That's the thing. So yeah, I don't mean to get too
don't
much
get
into
a bidding war and then be the guy that's stuck with your bid. I did that with who was the running back? Trent, the really bad one that went to the Colts.
Trent Richardson.
Yeah. Classic.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ooh, all
don't do that.
Enlightened Ninja said he's all in. So.
All in.
All right, speaking of going all in, the last rookie quarterback in the rookie extravaganza, Justin Fields.
Woo!
Once again, just to remind you guys, 14 of 20, 142 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 rushing touchdown as well.
He's starting week 1, right?
Yeah, he has to.
He has to.
Unless
there was just like a pinky promise with Andy Dalton, like, hey, if you sign here, we will start you. I don't know.
There was a pinky promise. That's what it
is. Can you imagine if they like start Justin Fields and then the next day Andy just walks in, he's like,
what the hell?
God, you guys tweeted it.
I'm in tweeted
it. Yeah, the tweet is still there. You didn't delete the tweet. I am QB1, okay?
Yeah, that's like, what are we doing here? Especially since Ryan Pace and Nagy are they're coaching for their
lives.
Nagy's coaching for his life.
So Andy Dalton gave a very warm hug to Justin Fields after he threw his first touchdown. He's trying to be the real good team guy right now, but will he stay the team guy when he's second string?
Who knows?
Who knows?
I don't see how, if you're Andy Dalton though, and you watch the 6'3" guy that runs a 4.4 with a rocket arm and an insane skill set, you're probably I'm not playing. For sure.
Yeah.
There's no way.
You know the deal.
But Nagy Pinky promised me.
It's like I'm not faster than him. I can't throw as good as him. but I have experience. That's all he's got going for him. That's it. And I just
perfect for the backup role.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Train him while he's starting.
Yeah.
That was like today when, once again, this is another fantasy thing, but in our fantasy football chat, the last message that was sent at the end of the season was, wow, Andy Dalton sucks, ... Jesus. So I think after watching Fields, he has to be the starter. There's no way he can't be. So
it's kind of an interesting point that Spivey brings up, just as far as like if Dalton just rolls into that, like, I'm the veteran backup, I just need to go where the young quarterbacks are and teach.
Great idea.
Keep getting those contracts. Keep getting paid for it, man.
Yeah, the Josh McCown role, and then you have a tearful retirement, like in 7 years, and you're like, he's still playing? What?
Hey, well,
that's the thing. He's got to have the hunger. He's got to have the hunger for a championship. But again, I think that's a pretty good take. You just got to accept that you're the veteran with experience, like Colby said. You're gonna have something that the rookie won't, and that's just NFL experience. And now just give them that skill set. Try and teach as best you can, and let the kid play
and make a bunch of fucking money sitting on the fucking bench.
Yes.
Dude.
Yep.
I mean, Andy Dalton went to the playoffs 5 straight years, didn't get it done. The league is running away from his skill set. Just accept it, man. Take that backup role, make your money, and just have a good time with it.
Great point.
I mean, he
took a couple shots before the game. Just loosen up.
He took the background role at the Cowboys, and then Dak twisted his ankle at a 180 angle. So he already was there. I think he's already ready for it, right?
I can't believe they fucking showed that on Hard Knocks. Very like.
And I forgot he hit it in the ground. When he hit it in the ground, dude. Oh my god! It's like, oh, fuck,
it was hard to see.
I tried to put it back. I was like, wow, that's pretty badass. It's pretty fucking tough.
It's honestly insane.
Get back in the place, foot. Come on. No, guys, it's fine. It's fine. I'll figure it out.
He's talking to the.
It's honestly ridiculous. I mean,
I'm telling you,
the salt content of a McGriddle.
He's got to watch that cholesterol, Jerry. You got to be careful there, bud.
I mean, go for it. Sorry.
I was going to say it's a dangerous game he's playing, man.
It is. His blood is thicker than the oil that he mines.
Guys, he's just trying to test out his $1 billion healthcare plan. He's like, how far can we go? Let's set it going. Why not?
He's already
got like a baby deer blood running through his veins. That's what the rich people got, right?
True, right?
That's something, yeah.
Sorry, that got weird.
Tom's been reading up on QAnon theories.
That a billionaire would inject in their own veins.
He's like, now that I have you guys here, can I?
You know what's funny though? In the same vein on that is when he was watching practice and he's kind of like moving his stool up. He's moving pretty well. I was thinking he's got a blood boy for sure.
Oh yeah, he absolutely
got a blood boy.
Yeah,
doing the dialysis shit.
Yeah, chained to his wall.
It's like the most diehard Cowboys fan too, and they're doing it very willingly. Dude, as long as you got the game on, Jerry, I'm here for you. Go Cowboys.
I honestly wouldn't.
It's actually some diehard Cowboys fans' son.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, he'll do it.
He's like, he'll
do it. It's fine.
My boy, he works for the Cowboys, but he's on a strict NDA. I can't really tell you what he does, but he's in there. He's in there for him.
But he's got front row seats every single Sunday. All right, he's got some great season tickets. We appreciate everything he does.
I was thinking, honestly, like, what if Jerry Jones' blood boy was just Kellen Moore? That could work. That could easily work.
He doesn't look like he looks good. His face is full.
I mean, he looks like a youth pastor, if we're being honest. He looks like a youth pastor trying to like rally up the troops. Be like, all right, guys, we're going to go out there. We're going to have a lot of fun. It's like, all right.
We know they got a lot
Who
of
knows
secrets.
to stay in his lane. And
he does. He sounds like a grizzled old coach, though. Like, he doesn't have that youthful voice. So maybe there is something to it. There's like, in that process, Jerry's giving him some of that, elder wisdom, and he's passing on youth. It's a trade, really, is what it is.
I think it's a fair trade. Ooh, and he's getting put in the will, I bet.
Oh yeah. Spivey brings up a good point on the McGriddle. Do we know that for sure it wasn't sugar?
Why would you put sugar on a McGriddle,
dude? Because it's salt and sweet, savory and salty, dude. Add a little extra sugar.
But sugar?
Why not?
Aren't they like a pancake sort of?
It has syrup injected into the bread.
You can catch me, but
don't act like you haven't had a McGriddle.
Yeah, come on, Tom.
I had it a long time ago.
I feel like I bought you a McGriddle in the last like 8 months.
Can we confirm it was a McGriddle and not
I've definitely had one in the last 8 months.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I haven't had one in probably a couple years. So no.
Do you think that Jerry was like he knew we were gonna realize he had a blood boy, so that's why he said I would do anything humanly possible to win a championship? He's just getting out in front of it out
there.
Maybe.
What?
And then he cried.
What other thing?
He cried.
What other thing is Jerry doing to win this championship this year? If he's willing to do anything. How into the occult has he gotten into?
Whoa. I mean, Blood Boys is deep, but is he like drawing like pentagrams with the blood of his blood boy to just really make it?
We're really watching
horror stories, so I'm not ruling anything.
Is he going to sacrifice his blood boy at the Bohemian Grove meeting? Jesus Christ.
Let's go.
The Bohemian Grove in Northern California, where all the rich people party.
Apparently.
We've officially lost all Texas listeners at this point. But hey, you know what?
All right, we'll reel it in.
I hope they're all here for it. No, I honestly, I have so many more notes about Hard Knocks, man. I was a little tipsy.
Zach's writing in the chat. He is Red Skull.
He's the classic, like he leads people to a treasure that he cannot possess, which is a Super Bowl stone.
Well, I'm interested in your notes, Colby. I'm interested
in
what points you have.
I'll just kind of rapid fire and let you guys react to them. One of my favorite things is that Jerry wanted Dak to play, even though all the staff was like, he can't play. He's like, yeah, but can he throw like a tennis ball? Like, can he do short passes? Like, he's just worried about the image of the team and worried about like Dak being on the field and what the media is going to say about the team rather than the health of his players. And like, well-being. That's crazy to me. That was a point that I was just like, wow, this guy
cares a lot about his public or the Cowboys' public image.
More so than the health of his players, which is terrifying.
Or even probably more along the lines of how a billionaire thinks, the investment that you just made in this player.
That too, yes.
Your bottom line.
True.
I need a return.
You are the most valuable franchise in the NFL, and you got there, off of being super marketable, and now franchise quarterback is kind of a bunch of question marks everywhere. That's not good. That's not a good thing. So
he snaps his ankle in half. You pay him $42 million a year. You kind of need to just let the process of healing ride out because you're handcuffed to him for a few years
for the
at
long
least.
haul.
Yeah, absolutely. So another note that I have is that the way Mike McCarthy looks at Jerry is the way that we all look at our drunk friend when we finally allow him to speak his mind. And you're just like, all right, dude. Like, yeah, sure, totally. Yep, no problem.
But your drunk friend also bought shots for everyone like twice. So you gotta let him do his thing, you know? Like everyone's like, all right, go ahead, you know.
Everything is on your tab, so I guess we're just gonna let's just enable you. Yeah,
you're gonna be sad when you look at your banking app tomorrow, but we're all gonna move on. Great night,
feeling a little attacked here, guys. The friend, the idiot that shows up with kamikazes.
Got some AMF.
They let me take the whole tray.
Yeah, because you bought the whole tray. Okay, that's how that works.
I will say, I've never had a kamikaze in my life until Matt Furness introduced me. So
top tier.
That
I'll insist.
They're top tier.
I'll insist.
Okay, another one is Dan Quinn loves saying "fuck." This is a direct quote. He said, "Let's fucking show the fuck out. Let's fucking turn up. We're fucking showing out."
Just a classic defensive coordinator.
Classic defensive coordinator.
Real backwards hat guy.
Dan Quinn unleashed.
Real backwards hat guy.
Yeah, no longer the head coach. He's a coordinator. He's like, I'm swearing up a fucking storm. Let's go.
And it's like he knows he's mic'd up for Hard Knocks too.
Right.
So it's like,
right.
Are you playing into it a little bit? Are you?
Yeah. There's always the coach that does that. Rex did that. Who was the Browns? Greg Williams.
Oh, yep.
The same thing. There's always like I gotta be like the intense guy that says fuck all the time. It really motivates my guys.
they've never heard it before. It really gets their juices.
They're all like fucking okay. Like, all right.
Yeah. Sounds good.
They like it when I swear. All right, man. Jesus.
It's like the Last Chance You guy. It's just you're getting all swearing at everybody. All right, so I have two last
fragile masculinity at all.
No, not at all. Of course not. They had a great childhood. So I have two last notes. Second to last is the defensive line coach, Aiden Duarte, I believe is his name.
Duarte?
Yeah, Duarte. He sounds British. So I'm like, would you trust a British guy as your football coach? Is he like reverse Ted Lasso?
Hey,
yeah,
I love this.
Yeah. I wrote lead Tasso.
I like that.
So I guess Aiden Duarte is lead Tasso.
Real lead Tasso guy.
I just thought it was interesting.
Fun.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting.
He puts inspirational. Well, I guess if he's opposite Ted Lasso, he's doing like very negative things all over the locker room. You know,
he's like, "Let's fucking go, let's fucking make some tacos." Just getting real into it. And then the last one,
he's gonna accidentally teach him how to slide tackle.
Cool British accent going on. All right, fire me up, Daddy. Let's go.
The new linebacker from Penn State just starts slide tackling instead of wrapping people up. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Hey,
all right,
red cards.
And the last one, which I actually think I want to hear you guys like discussion about this, is Dak said that Little Giants was, quote, the greatest movie that ever was. As a cowboy, is it problematic for him to say that a movie based around the Giants is the GOAT of all movies?
Yes.
Maybe.
I would say if you're getting paid $42 million by your team, it's problematic, right?
And like the Cowboys are literally the enemy in that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, you play for the supervillain, bud. I forget.
I have a bigger
Cowboys
problem
movie,
with
though.
him.
It's not a Cowboys
No,
movie.
but what movie should he say as the starting quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys?
Did he say it was like the best sports movie of all time?
No,
just, like,
the quote that I have is the greatest movie there ever was.
Yeah, I have a bigger problem with his taste in film. Personally.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a classic, but
like Aladdin is the best movie ever made. Nothing you can tell me.
Who's ever said that, Matt? Who's ever said
I say that?
I was gonna say I'm people. I say that.
It's pretty great.
Oh, Spivey said he hasn't seen a lot of movies, I'd guess. So
I guess he's been playing football his whole life.
He has been, and it makes sense that his favorite movie is a football movie.
Yeah.
Maybe like I guess he couldn't say Invincible either.
Friday Night Lights. Just stick with that, dude. Stick with what's in your wheelhouse, all right?
Speaking of which, just started watching that series again last night.
I've never seen the TV show. I've only seen the movie.
Worth a watch.
Soap opera for sports fans.
When are we gonna
get?
It
was described that way to me, and I could never unhear it. It was, but I love that. I watched that series top down. It was so great. But I just had to bring that in and ruin it for everybody because it was described that way to me.
Spoilers if you haven't seen Friday Night Lights, the series yet. But who's the dude that gets paralyzed? What's his name? Doesn't matter. But yeah, it's total soap opera. It's like to the second string. It's like he's paralyzed, and you gotta take over the team now. Damn it! You think you got it in you?
No, it tugs at your heart. It does. It'll get you there. It's a good series. If you've never seen it, highly recommend.
Fun of it, but it is good.
I would say
you have to make fun. If you can't laugh at yourself, am I right, Matt?
Right.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm talking about.
Who are you?
I mean,
probably an asshole.
This is probably a confession for another time, but I've been watching Outer Banks, baby. However, I know. Okay, by your guys' reaction, I'm gonna move on.
I don't know what that is.
Perfect. Good. I'll explain it to you guys
Outer
later.
Banks?
I'll explain it to you later.
Is it a Cody Banks sequel?
Agent Outer Banks.
Tyra Banks' new show.
Outer Banks. Outer Banks. I think
it's actually about the financial institutions that run our country.
Is it a documentary about the hip hop artist Lloyd Banks?
Nailed it.
Well, it's about artwork by Banksy.
Hey.
Outer Banks.
Hey.
Yeah, I'm interested. I'll watch it.
You check it out.
Got a lot of content.
It's sick. It's sick. I would say the dark horse of greatest sports movies of all time, The Replacements.
Yes.
I fucking love
that movie. Is so
That's
fucking
a good call.
Good.
I fucking love that movie.
So fucking good.
We should watch that together.
I'm down. Let's do a Replacements review. And then then we plug in the players on where we would draft them in fantasy.
Yep.
I kind of like that. Yeah.
Oh, True Grit says Varsity Blues.
And the Varsity Blues is phenomenal. In the vein of Keanu, Hardball, great one too.
Oh, okay. But did anybody watch that show? We're getting a little off the rails here, but I'm okay with it. There was like a show on like Showtime or something, and it wasn't Ballers, because Ballers is like pretty fun, kind of decent. Dwayne the Rock Johnson, love the guy.
It's Entourage, but with fucking athletes. That's
exactly. All. But there was a show. It was called like Showstoppers or something. It was basically
Are you talking about ESPN's Playmakers?
Maybe it was like Blitz the Show is what it was.
I think that was on ESPN. It was called Playmakers. It had Mo from Smart Guy in it.
That's a deep cut. That's a deep cut.
There was like cursing and some like TV kind of like.
I remember a guy like took steroids and he had to like get like his like piss injected in his dick.
I'm pretty sure.
Is this Blue Mountain State?
Maybe.
That's a sports show.
Pretty sure that was Playmakers on ESPN.
Yes, I think it was Playmakers. Wild show.
They called it an oil change in Blue Mountain State.
Wild show.
Blue Mountain State, fucking hilarious.
That's a great show too. Very underrated. All right. I think it's time, boys. We've had enough shenanigans in the NFL world. It's time to get serious. It's time for Niners Nightly on the A-Gap podcast. Here we go.
Yeah.
It's always so awkward for us because it's dead silent. Nobody, I know it's super fun for you guys in the stream, but for us, it's just dead silent for like 10 seconds. And we just sit there just like.
It's freeze.
Okay. Okay.
What phenomenal graphics that were.
All right. So we touched on Trey. We touched on Jimmy. Where do you guys want to go? Let's just dive into the game.
Did you guys watch it? Get a chance to?
I saw the Trey touchdown live. I saw like a couple drives, but I was kind of in and out. So I was at a family function. So I was like out at the pool, and I would come back in, watch a drive or two, go back out. So I saw a bit, but probably not as much as I should have, honestly. But from what I saw, Trey obviously looked great. He obviously threw that first pass to Ayuk that was dropped, which is a little concerning. I mean, I'm not too worried about it from Ayuk's standpoint, but I think it's just first preseason game, got a little nerves, especially from the new guy. You're not used to seeing the ball coming in from Trey versus Jimmy. Just different throwing cycle, I'm sure. But from what I saw, I was very, very happy.
Johnny, you get a chance to watch?
I did. I'm gonna have to go with Colby on this one, and I did see like bits and pieces. I was probably cutting between. I think the Giants game was going on at that point, and I was also. I don't know. I'm a little more invested in baseball than football, but I'm
in preseason football.
Yeah, right, dude. Shocking.
Understandable.
But I think mostly for me, it's going to be a lot of trying to like mitigate that early hype, like try and just understand that there's going to be a lot of hype around Trey right now, and a lot of what we're getting fed on the Twitter and stuff like that is just like. That 80-yard pass is hard to ignore. It really is. But at the same breath, it's like Jimmy had a very solid outing too. He had a 73-yard pass. I'd say that, but it was to Mostert, and he probably did a lot more of the work than Jimmy did. In fact, he did all of the work on that 73-yard pass than Jimmy did.
Jimmy threw the ball 3 yards in the air.
I was gonna say. I'm full of optimism again. Classic Niners early year. I'm full of optimism. I love our team. I love a lot of the youth, a lot of the defensive pieces I'm very excited about too. But yeah, I think it's just that classic early optimism. Try and temper expectations until we get to that, like at least until the 4th preseason game, and then start really diving into like some solid expectations. But right now it's just fun to see the boys play.
Yeah, it's just cool to have football back. Yeah, I agree, dude. Like it was super cool to see Trey flash, but he also had some real rook moments. He had some misfires. He had 3 drops, and the offensive line was terrible.
Yeah,
like he got sacked 4 times, which you never want to see. So I'd like to see Kyle put in maybe some of the ones on the starting O line for this next one against the Chargers. The biggest like I don't know. He looked like a kid that hadn't played in 2 years, which is totally fair. So I think any sort of misreads or bad throws or anything like that, I wouldn't overreact to. But it was cool to see finally somebody that can throw it 50 yards through the air for an 80-yard tutty and run around a little bit and just have that freak skill set. Super cool. It'll be interesting to see what he does next week. I thought my favorite person to watch was Talanoa Hufanga, the safety at USC. So he was the depoy in the Pac-12 last year. Dude just flies around. He runs like a 4.6, not super flashy on his measurables, but just he's a baller, man. He just flies around, makes tackles. That was my favorite person to watch. I think he really stood out the most.
Kind of go for it, John.
Was he on special teams at all? So I was watching. He's the guy that I was watching on special teams, like specifically for exactly what you said. He's a dude that gives me like Troy Polamalu vibes, where he just like flies around and hits. Like that's his thing. He sees ball, hits ball, and it's very cool to watch. And obviously has a huge love of the game and like a woo. That was back to fucking early prepubescent. Jeez, that was crazy. Boy, what the hell?
Get stoked for Hufanga.
Yeah, dude.
A second, a little bit of hitting, and all of a sudden, dude,
get a little agua in that system.
All right, we're back.
Well, we're back.
And we're back. Jeez, pardon me. But no, it's cool to see somebody fly around with that passion. You know what I mean? And have a true love of the game and just like really enjoy their position where they're in. And it's just like you're a young guy on a squad and you're given special teams roles and probably positions that you haven't necessarily played in a super long time. Like, go have some fun, kid. And he seemed like he was having a blast.
He's got that like that little bit of crazy you can see.
Mm-hmm.
Like at the combine, again, nothing super sexy, but just everywhere on the field. He's kind of like I don't want to compare him to Jamal Adams, but I could see him kind of be in that role for the Niners defense of just in the box. Maybe he comes off the edge sometimes, but just no matter what, he's over there making the tackle and just going ape shit about it, which is cool to see.
Little Dante Hittner, my guy. Dante Hittner.
His name's Hufanga. So I had a really terrible joke, but I'm just going to say it anyways.
Let's go.
So make a big tackle and say, Hufanga very much.
Love
I'll see
that. No, dude, no, please.
I'll give you a clap. I will give you a clap, Matt. I'm here for you.
You're not getting the hook for that one. That was good. That was good. Well done.
But yeah, we'll see. They got the joint practice this week in LA against the Chargers. We'll see what happens next week. I think next week we'll see more starters. So good first start for Trey.
And like I would say, like you said, hopefully more ones on the offensive line for Trey, because
I don't want to see him behind that Swiss.
That was tough. That was tough.
Are all teams doing scrimmages this week?
I don't know. It's a good question.
I think every team does a joint practice. I thought.
Really? I thought it was
going to say
like it now.
Who's what are the odds on what teams fight or what team fights first?
I feel like it happens.
And see the matchups.
I was going to say there's always one. Just if you were to think of just teams in general, I mean, my mind goes to the Raiders. My mind goes to
Ravens,
the
maybe
Bills,
the Browns, Ravens. Who else?
Steelers. Like a harder, like defensive team, I would think.
The entire AFC North.
I would just say like
probably a fucker at practice.
I feel like what usually causes the fight is like the defense is trying too hard, and the offense is just like, dude, what the fuck? Like, give me some space. Like you're all over me, and then they just fisticuffs.
I'm thinking about the Jets more specifically, with a head coach who's super defensive savvy, is going to put a little emphasis on setting the tone.
The Jets got Green Bay. So it's going to be a couple. It's going to be two brothers.
Two brothers. Just two brothers. Yeah, a little intensity,
chill,
little edge here, little. I mean, who's going to want it more? Yeah, I'm going to go with the
Tampa.
Jets.
Cleveland got a little joint practice going.
Ooh, that could be that could be scrappy. Tampa Browns could be real scrappy.
Yeah, there's always one. That's why if this is the week where everybody's having those scrimmages or those head-to-head matchups, this is the week where we're going to get a little drama. So
I don't want to squawk talk right away, but the Eagles did go joint practice with the Patriots, and there was some fun. If we're going to switch over,
squawk talk,
baby. Here we go.
It's time for the squawk.
It's time for the squawk.
Squawk.
Good shit.
We still don't have a graphic for it, but we'll get there eventually. We'll get there eventually.
Never know. So one of the linebackers for the Eagles during the practice when Cam Newton was out there, he just kept screaming at Cam, check down, because he kept throwing to the running back, check down. And after 2 straight checkdowns to the running back, the play started. This is what one of the reporters said. And the linebacker said, watch the RB. And then Cam Newton threw it directly to James White, and they tackled him and fucking demolished the play. So 3 straight checkdowns while the Eagles linebacker was screaming at Cam Newton, check down. This is pretty great.
In his head.
Good.
In his head.
Cam?
I guess the Eagles had some very good plays against, especially the DBs, the wide receivers. Burned them a lot in the practice, from what I understand.
Saw the Jalen Reagor catch.
Yeah, dude. Talk about where he was at the beginning of training camp to where we are now with confidence level. Like, it's coming right up.
And I see Devontae Smith in pads stretching with the team?
Yeah, he's coming. He could play this week potentially. It's kind of like he's starting to get ramped back up. Everything's looking good to go. So it was not that. It was kind of a very slight setback. So, and then did you guys see the Quiz Watkins fucking play? The one where Flacco threw it to him, and it was definitely like a wide receiver screen, but he basically
first pass in the game.
Yep.
It was his first pass.
In the game on Thursday. Yeah,
a screen pass and not a particularly good one either.
Yep,
a little high.
And every Eagles reporter was like, "That's 85% of his speed. He can do so much more. We've seen it in practice." So that's exciting, man. We got extremely young group of wide receivers that are going to be the starting wide receivers. So I know I was a little hasty maybe last week when I was trashing on our boy Jalen Hurts after a rough first week of training camp. I'm going to reel it in a little bit here and not just take the mindset of whatever the media wants me to think. It's all their fault. It's not mine. The players are also, there's just been reports that the players are very invested in Jalen Hurts, and he's been like real team guy. Everyone's speaking his praises in every interview they got. So starting to come together a little bit.
Good deal. Feels good.
Sean Watson rumors have died down is what I'm hearing.
Exactly what's happened. Yeah, exactly. And he played okay in his 2 series that he had. So he had a couple of really good throws. So I'm excited, and I could totally see all the teams in the NFC East just imploding on themselves. That's the big thing. Cowboys, you never fucking know. Washington football team, you never fucking know. The fucking Giants. Does Daniel Jones know who is on his team? Because every practice video we see, he is just thrown to the wrong guy.
Yep.
Yikes.
And their coach is a psycho. So
yeah, dude. We haven't even gotten into the Joe Judge stuff that we heard. That shit is nutty. So feels good overall to be an Eagles fan this week. I'm stoked.
Yeah, the East is wide open. And you guys finally have some really enticing pieces at the skill position. So that's cool.
I know.
I think even if Jalen doesn't play well or goes down, Flacco isn't terrible. Could keep you afloat.
It could be worse. It could be worse as our backup. It could be the fucking Jets backup quarterbacks. That's for sure.
And and waiting in the 3rd string wings is a proven winner.
Nick Mullins.
Yeah.
Who did not have a good game. Did not have a good game for the Eagles.
He's not a gamer. He's more of a practice guy.
Exactly.
Oh, got it. Wait, didn't he have some good games as a Niners quarterback?
He did.
I watched those.
He was on some crazy list of like the most passing yards through your first 16 starts or whatever. He was 3rd. Like something crazy. Like he had 4,000 yards in his first 16 games.
It's huge. So that's Squawk Talk. I'm stoked. Let's go. I'm excited.
Squawk Talk's big, baby. We gotta get the graphic. We gotta get the graphic live, dude. And then we all just need to record us going squawk. That'll be the audio. That's it. Well, we've been talking about. Sorry about. I'm getting these computer notifications. I don't know why, but we've been talking about the NFL for almost 50 minutes. So I think it's time to talk about the Sacramento Kings winning the Summer League. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Kings Talk.
Let's fucking go, baby. Summer League champions. Let's go. Oh, he's a jolly good fellow.
Oh, Tom's got the champagne. Let's go.
He's a jolly good fellow. Cheers.
Hey, I said a championship was on the horizon. I said it, didn't I?
They can never take it away from us. All they want to do is be us. They hate us because they ain't us.
What a game. What a game. What a game. Davion Mitchell shuts down Peyton Pritchard. Peyton Pritchard was pulled in basically the third quarter because he just couldn't get anything going. You okay there, Tom? You
real excited. Real excited for my boys. Real excited for him. Huge game.
I'll be honest, it pains me because I love Peyton Pritchard. He's a Duck. Sco Ducks. He was one of the best Ducks basketball players of all time. However, now that you're in the big leagues, Davion Mitchell's my guy. Let's go Kings. What a performance defensively and offensively from him. I don't have the stats pulled up because it happened minutes before we started recording the podcast. They won, but it was a wonderful victory.
167, I think.
Oh, there we go. Boom.
That was the final score.
The King ended up winning the MVP. Scary Terry had a great game. I'm blanking on names. So did Ramsey. Ramsey also had a phenomenal game. It was just a wonderful performance, and it was defensive. They caused... the only stat I did see is that the Kings...
Forced turnovers, 14 steals?
Yeah, there it is. 25 turnovers, 14 steals. Insane defense. Excuse me, I got to change the graphic here to NBA talk. Insane defense. And then they had like 30 to 40 points off of turnovers exclusively.
Talking about this last game too, I thought the first quarter they had something like 15 turnovers to 1 or something in the first quarter. The Kings were down 14-2, and then they ended up being up by like 6 at the end of the first half.
Bobby Jackson called a timeout, and then I was watching another stream, Deuce and Mo, shout out them again, and somebody in the chat basically said Bobby Jackson's speech at that timeout must have been legendary. Like whatever he said got them ramped up so quickly. True Grit in the chat says, as a Blazers fan, I happily pass the Summer League crown to the Kings. Thank you for passing
happily
the crown.
Accept it.
We very happily accept it.
Our Summer League shirts are in the mail, boys. Summer League champions.
Exactly. Oh, True Grit also said Peyton is worn down from the 92-point game at the Portland Pro-Am. Wouldn't doubt that as well. And then
not wrong.
Spivey said, first time 2 Summer League champs suck at Celtics, which is true. They did win. Oh, see, I had a little voice crack there. It is true that the Kings have won the Summer League twice. Oh, what's up, Vike Minson? Good to see you, my guy. We're literally talking Blazers and Kings, so welcome into the chat. You know Mr. True Grit. Vike Minson's a good buddy, but thank you, Blazers fans, for passing the torch of the Summer League to the Kings. We are very grateful. Hopefully we can continue to just dominate the West for the rest of the next decade.
And hopefully Damian Lillard stays on the Blazers. All the best, you guys.
Yeah, that might be
okay. Dominate the West. Okay.
I said over the next decade. Okay, I gave us a lot of time.
Lest we forget
big talk from a big man.
I had a friend text me who said he almost wants to make a bet.
Is here.
That is the
I'm talking about a player
nickname.
for the record. There's a player on the Warriors.
If nobody understands that is now Jonathan Kuminga's name, then look.
I was gonna say, just go Google cum bucket. You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
Google that.
Yeah, just Google cum bucket.
Has he weighed in on that?
Boy.
I actually haven't heard. I'm appalled at Warriors fans for even going down this road, but if this is where we are, this is where we are. So I have to wear this now. So thanks, Warriors fans who didn't consult the council and just decided to do shit. So here we are. Shirts are on the way.
Hell yeah.
Is it just gonna be a black t-shirt that says the cum bucket and him like dunking it?
If somebody wants to send me a shirt of that, I will happily wear it on stream.
It's like SpongeBob, the chum bucket.
Right.
Chopped to be the cum bucket.
Beautiful.
Right.
Fucking perfect.
I wish you didn't even say that live. We just made them and shipped them to.
Yeah, that's a $50 Bleacher Report shirt for sure.
Great idea. Great idea.
Yeah, we expect our check in the mail. All right. You got the idea here first.
You got to hear first, folks. But
no, Kings look good, dude. There's a lot to be excited about that.
There's a lot to be excited.
I have this thing that I've never had as a Kings fan. It's called hope. shines through in a lot of challenging moments, and seeing a young team rally together like that under Bobby Jackson, I'm just thinking if Luke doesn't win the first like 10 games, throw Bobby in there. Fuck it. If we're gonna fire Luke anyway, why not give him? He should absolutely be the interim head coach if we fire Luke because we start really poorly. Because he got those boys playing.
Who did y'all just hire as a?
I forget his name.
They called him an end of bench coach or whatever.
Doug Christie.
No.
Doug Christie's defensive.
You guys hired
coach.
Some defensive guru.
He's been on a ton of different teams. He's very experienced. I thought he was more supposed to be front of bench or whatever.
Well, that's what it's got. Like front of bench or whatever. But he's a rotation guy. He's a defensive guru.
Changing up the coaching staff.
I will
Luke
try
everything he says he needs.
His name, but yeah, I definitely don't.
And when Luke fails, we can say we gave you everything you needed.
True.
And he will.
Bobby Jackson's coming in hot.
And he will fail.
Okay, John. We maybe have a lot of evidence to prove that statement's true, but we don't need you to say it.
Look, man, I'm just here as your resident Warriors outcast. You know what I mean? So
it's fair.
I'm just here to try and bring you back to reality as best and as abruptly as I can.
And we'll do the same with you because your team is old. You're never going to win again, so it's fine.
That's fair. That's fair. That's a salty taste. That's a salty take, but that's
Your
okay.
Team is old. Steph Curry is a pile of dirt, and he's gonna fall to the wind.
No chance that guy's not worth $250 million. No way, okay. No shot, no how, dude.
It was only 215.
Klay Thompson's got plastic on his couch. That motherfucker's old as dirt.
Klay Thompson has plastic on his teeth, if we're being honest.
But damn, does that man look good?
Hey, honestly,
that's a handsome guy one right there. Klay Thompson, dude, that guy can do whatever he wants in the Bay Area, dude.
Honestly, all I want is I want the Kings and the Warriors to both be in the playoffs this year, so we can just love each other and just spread the message of coming together, you know. And coming in a bucket. Hey!
Jonathan Kuminga's going to get traded before that, Colby.
Okay. All right. We'll see.
Easy.
In the Bradley Beal deal that every Warriors fan wants.
Wow. Jeez, calm down.
All right. Well, the NFL season.
Trying to do a high energy NBA segment.
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to like NBA is now basically over. There was a trade. I don't know if you guys heard. Eric Bledsoe's going to the Grizzlies for Patrick Beverly, Rajon Rondo, and Daniel Oturu.
Yeah.
And then Patrick Beverly has now already been traded to the Timberwolves.
Oh, really? That's news to me.
Yeah, Patrick Beverly was traded to the Timberwolves today.
So the thing is, everyone dug up the Lou Williams, Pat Beverly video of them finding out that Kawhi got traded to the Clippers, and they're both like, "Oh, we're gonna win all the championships." They're so stoked.
Shit.
And it turns out, like a year and a half, 2 years later, they're both on different teams.
Yeah, they're both
like
gone.
The Timberwolves and Hawks. Like
Warriors fans have been on a tear of retirement. Warriors fans have been on a tear of when Steph was talking about his championship and Pat Bev said, "Yeah, well, the next 5 years are mine."
Okay, I love that.
Okay, yeah,
that also didn't age well.
See ya. Now you're on the Timberwolves, idiot.
Freezing cold takes.
Aren't the Timberwolves like the most talented team that'll never win shit ever?
Oh, stop.
Yeah. I mean, Anthony Edwards is sick, but
Cat wants out.
They all want out. That's the problem.
We'll see. Yeah, we'll see what happens. I mean, they're gonna be.
Who's the owner? Alex Rodriguez is the owner now, right?
Yeah,
he'll figure it out.
He'll figure it out.
Oh yeah, Pat Bev
figure it out.
Pat Bev did tweet "grit and grind" 2 days ago, and then was immediately shipped to the Timberwolves. Says True Grit, and that's it. I did see that tweet. It's exactly what happened when he was traded the first time. Said "grit and grind," traded the next day later.
Pat Beverly is basically Dylan Brooks anyway, except Dylan Brooks is better. So they were never going to keep him.
Dylan Brooks.
That was my deep NBA cut for anyone.
Sko Ducks, baby.
Yeah.
All right. Well, NBA is basically dead. We're not going to probably talk too much about it during the NFL season unless there are crazy actions or trades.
Did you guys see how soon basketball starts again too? Let's for a quick second.
When?
We're talking like fucking October. It's coming right up.
Holy shit.
Preseason for basketball is going to come up real quick. It's going to sneak up on us. There will be, I think we're getting close to, isn't there a moment when it's like basketball is starting, baseball's ending, football's in full swing? There's like a moment. Probably. There's a moment in time when those things all come together.
I think you mean when hockey starts, Tom. That's
I forgot about hockey there. You're right.
Hockey starts at the same exact time that
we got a little hockey, a little basketball. We got them all there together.
It's that trifecta of football in full swing, bud. Hockey just coming up, and basketball getting underway.
Is it called a sports eclipse?
I was going to say sports eclipse. Yep, absolutely.
By the way, all my Canadian family that I married into, I'm sorry. I have a terrible Canadian accent, and I probably upset all of you. So
what's going on, eh?
My wife is about to seriously fucking give me a stern talking to about my Canadian accent.
Well, speaking of Canada and maple syrup, you guys want to talk about spin rates or what?
Is that the Canadian Leagues thing?
Yeah, exactly. But real talk, let's talk a little bit of MLB. We had the Field of Dreams game this week.
If you build it, they will come.
They will come. Phenomenal script to this game. I mean, you couldn't have wrote it better than how it played out. Walk-off home run into the corn at the end of the game. The White Sox, once again, are for real. Granted, they beat the Yankees, but still, that team hits dingers that game, or those guys in the White Sox hit.
Did you see the one stat that the only thing I really picked out of, and of course ESPN was making way too big of a deal out of this. The White Sox have beaten the Yankees in their older than 100-year history 15 times in walk-off, in fashion, walk-off wins against the Yankees. The first one was 102 years ago, and the first White Sox to beat the Yankees in a walk-off was Shoeless Joe Jackson. And the 15th, 102 years later, was the White Sox at the Field of Dreams. And the whole movie is kind of based after Shoeless Joe Jackson, if you haven't seen Field of Dreams. If you haven't, then
spoiler,
you need a better father figure in your life.
Wow. All right.
All I will go on record as saying is that the A's have played in the same stadium that they shot Moneyball in, and there's no Moneyball game that happens. So I'm just gonna put that out there.
You want to see? Where's our Sandlot game? That's my favorite tweet.
Yes.
I saw one that they were trying to do. The next game is going to be the empty lot next to for Hey Arnold is going to be the next game.
Gerald Field.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
That's got to be the next one.
The backyard baseball one was also classic too.
That was pretty funny. That'd be a good one.
But next year we've got Cubs and Reds. So that'll
be confirmed?
That's
confirmed, yeah.
Cubs
so does Costner have to do the whole bit every year?
Is this heaven?
I don't think so. There's no way. Because let's talk about the Costner bit really quick.
I can't hear you. I said, "Is this heaven?"
No, it's Iowa. And just like
we're saying the lines. We're huge fans, okay?
No, it was the guy. It was actually the dude confused because he's dead, and so he's asking if it's actually heaven, but it's not. It's a baseball field. It's Iowa. Calm down. Iowa's not that beautiful.
Or is a baseball field heaven?
Tom, I'm not going to argue it. All right, I'm not. But yes,
John,
it is heaven.
Can we have a catch?
Oh my God, that's not how you say it.
Do you know the guy that played Costner's dad in that movie has made his entire career off of playing Costner's dad in that movie? He wrote a book about it. His Twitter's all like his whole career is dedicated to that one role that he played in Field of Dreams.
Well, Matt, look at his just saw a multi-million-dollar game be played on national TV that is literally the entire bit is that one movie you may have seen that one time is why this game is fun.
It's true.
The pomp and circumstance over one movie from the 90s 25 years later is shocking, but I feel like the MLB is back after this game. That was fucking huge. Everyone was talking about it. Like, it was popular. So good on them for figuring that shit out.
Super high.
It was. I saw that it was the most watched regular season MLB game in 15 years.
Yeah.
I will say
you should do it every single day.
It's the Winter Classic. It's the new Winter Classic.
One thing that needs to be consistent from there is the scoreboard that they have.
Scoreboard is cool.
The scoreboard, the on-screen little scoreboard they had, minimalistic, old school, very out of the way. Not all this ESPN fucking showing me the last 13 pitches and speeds and all this different shit. Just give me the score on the bottom.
That they didn't have the strike zone on the telecast either.
Was the camera angle a little tighter too? It was a little tighter to the batter and the pitcher. I thought
it was pure. It was really awesome.
It felt good. I agree. That's one thing I took away is that
walk off Tim Anderson dinger. You had Judge go yard. You had Stanton go yard. You had Eloy go yard. You had Abreu go yard. You had all these big names go yard into the cornfield.
Into the corn.
So into the corn.
Was there kids out there running through the corn trying to find the balls too? That's fucking.
Are we doing like a Signs and Field of Dreams collab here?
Well, they had the corn. I know the next morning they wake up. Fucking aliens were loving that game, dude.
Aliens were loving that game.
Or I guess Children of the Corn would probably be
I was gonna make that right.
The right on the nose one.
Yeah, exactly. Positive movie exists where a bunch of people walk through corn besides Field of Dreams. Everything else has been a horror movie that I've seen.
It was kind of creepy too. I thought when I was like,
when night fell,
the little whisper and I don't know, I like it. Good movie though.
Great movie. If you build it, they will come.
They will come.
They will come.
It was a phenomenal game. Speaking of old guys and dying, there's a lot of old guys back in baseball. The Padres are taking a chance.
About Rich Hill that way, dude.
Yeah, all right. My bad. I'm talking about Jake Arrieta that way because he is gonna take a chance with the Padres because they have Hugh Darvish on the IL, and then I'm sure you guys heard about Cole Hamels, who was I think since the last time we recorded this podcast was signed to the Dodgers on a 1-year deal, 1 year, $1 million. And is now already on the 60-day IL because of his shoulder injury.
That's a pretty good
checks out
for doing nothing.
Right? $1 million for showing up, throwing 0 innings, just warming up, and then be like, shit, my shoulder, coach, can't go.
Shit.
He's had a good career. He's had a really nice career.
Yep.
And he can't throw 90 anymore, and there's nothing to be ashamed of. Collect that $1 million, and then I just...
It's a little tight.
I want to go so bad, but I can't.
I need to go ice up back at my house in Venice Beach.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, good for him, man.
Just accept that dugout presence and be the vet. And thank you for your service.
I think Dave Roberts said hopefully he'll be able to throw a couple games in September. I'm like, why?
Why would you want to?
Why?
He hasn't played that long.
I don't get it.
Because Cole Hamels is that thing you need off your bench to get over the hump. That's what you need.
Did you see, speaking of older players, did you see what Robert said about Scherzer, his first start?
No.
I guess he came into the dugout and he hit him on the butt. And I guess he was like, sure. Dave Roberts is telling the story, but I guess Scherzer was like, don't fucking touch me.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
I feel like I think he's one of those classic red ass when he's in the game. Don't talk. Vogel's song was very much like that. All on game day before you pitch. Just don't talk to him. Don't talk to him.
Let him do his own thing.
Don't fucking touch me.
Don't fucking touch me. Max, jeez.
Just death staring.
Billy Madison in the chat.
Different colors.
Real Billy Madison guy.
I'm trying to bring it all the way back around.
All the way back to the beginning.
I still haven't come to terms with the fact that him and Trey Turner are on the Dodgers. That little anecdote.
It's really pretty rough, dude.
Yeah.
Yep.
As long as the Giants keep winning, Matt's off suicide watch. But if things start turning the wrong direction, we need to check it.
Matt's just going to be in his room. How did they get Scherzer and Turner?
That Turner slide.
It's so sick. Matt's already bought 10 discount national Trey Turner jerseys, dude. He just held in his fucking house.
I think I'm gonna get one actually.
He can't buy a Dodgers one, but he's one of his favorite players, so he's so torn.
So remember when they were far away, they couldn't touch us. Now they're here on our doorstep, bastards.
Maybe he'll be a Giant someday. Good play center field.
Hopefully.
If we can take any solace, it's that Bryant wants to be a Giant. We got our boy.
He's probably better looking than Trey.
He is better looking than Trey. Let's be real.
100%.
I will confirm
more attractive than Chris
thing,
Bryant in the MLB.
I showed Jess the tread. I was like, "This is the guy we got." First thing out of her mouth was, "Oh, he's cute." So
exactly,
can confirm we've got the cutest guy at the trade deadline.
Really,
so.
I mean, thinking about Crawford and Bryant at third, that's a pretty mesmerizing left side of the infield.
We're gonna have
and then you have Kapler When we're at home, you have Kapler over there too.
You got Kapler in the dugout. That was a really nice play that you made there.
Really nice play.
I really
appreciate
but I
you
wear
asking me that question.
Hey, that's a great question. Thanks. I appreciate it. It's just a great outing.
That guy's got great media training. I gotta say, he's fucking impressive with his media.
He's really growing on me.
I would have to agree. There was a lot of shit talking, and here we are. Here we are.
I remember
falling in love.
I remember our group chat when Kapler got hired, and I don't think any of us had any.
What was on that group chat, man?
None of us.
A lot of pictures of him in a leopard spotted banana hammock.
Right.
Like, you want this guy?
There.
You want this guy?
And we do.
Speaking of cum buckets.
That's a dirty transition.
That was perfect. That was a perfect one right there. I love it.
That's hot.
Oh.
Hey boys, I mean, hey, you know what? We'll keep it going with the orange and black yak. We don't have a graphic once again. We don't have a graphic yet. We're working on it. But it is the quest. It is the quest for 100 wins.
Yes.
We got this, right?
Last I saw, they're on pace for like 104.
What's the most wins ever, Matt? What's the most wins
ever? I know the 2001 Seattle Mariners were
a team of legend. I do feel like, though, if we become the team that wins some ungodly amount of games in the regular season, we are doomed to fucking lose in the playoffs. Fucking Patriots almost going 16-0. They were doomed. Fucking Mariners having the best record ever. Doomed. Doomed. I honestly wouldn't hate if we had the second best record going into the playoffs.
Just a quick guess. Guess how many wins the 01 Mariners had?
110.
I'm gonna guess 116 because True Grit just put it in the chat.
Oh well,
it's a good guess because it's accurate. 98 Yankees won 114.
Wow.
Can I say that my guess was going to be 118? And have you believed me? Would you believe me? Do you believe me?
It would
please believe me.
100%. Fuck all these other guys.
I think they'll get there.
I think 100 wins is very in the ballpark right now.
Oh,
They won tonight. Logan Webb, Rocco and Zone. Let's fucking go. They're well on their way. How close are we to 80? We're on 80 watch right now.
Yeah.
We are, I think, 75 right now.
I just want to say, I know we made this reference last podcast, but the Paul Rudd meme, the fucking who thought we'd be here?
78.
Not fucking me, dude.
Nope.
It's shocking that I am rooting for the best team in the league over the entire season. And now I'm worried about
it. Seems like last week we were like, nice, 69.
Yeah, right.
I think we were talking about that on this podcast a week ago. And now they've won. Maybe, I guess that doesn't numerically make sense, but they've won 9 of 10.
Oh, it makes sense.
Yeah.
I want to. This is a complete diversion from the Giants, but I want to throw a shout out to Thundercunt Smith in the YouTube chat, who said, "You know what's crazy is that A Gap is the nickname my sister's college football team gave to her." And then he said,
"Oh my
God." And then
that guy.
And then we responded back, "Just glad to see a team establish the run through the right holes." He said, "Holes being plural, knowing my sister." So, shout out to you, Thundercunt Smith. Thanks for tuning in. We appreciate it, brother. We appreciate it, brother.
I really appreciate the input, buddy.
Then here we go. Let's. What's even crazier is that the basketball team dribbled out. Hey, boom.
Oh,
all right. We're just giving this guy some time
down. Like, no, serious.
Double down.
Really,
my sister.
Can we have an open discussion? Because I have some things to say.
I love that. Thank you for that.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it. Hey, since you're the only person basically here on YouTube, if you can give us a thumbs up, we'd really appreciate it. Helps with the algorithm.
Thumbs up and subscribe. And
thanks so much, brother.
Very targeted content about your sister, I guess.
Yeah. We'll clip it, post a video. You can share it to her. It'll be great.
At least she knows you care.
At least she knows you still remember her. Well, hell, boys, it's been a hell of a week. Like I said many times throughout this podcast. Lots of sports. The Giants are playing well. The Kings just won a championship. Trey Lance threw an 80-yard touchdown. Jalen Hurts connected with Jalen Reagor on an incredible one-handed catch.
J&J?
Huh?
J&J.
J&J.
Oh, no. Acoustic spin on that.
Work in progress.
Well, boys, I just want to say I had a great time chatting with you this evening. Everybody that has tuned in, we're going to wrap it up here pretty quickly. We've been live for an hour and a half, boys. So it's about that time.
This is the time we actually want to do the podcast in, an hour and a half.
There we go. Hey, appreciate the thumbs up, Thundercon Smith. We're about to wrap it up here. We're going to be here. That's a great name.
Yeah,
that's great.
Hey, come on back next Tuesday. We're here every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Pacific time. We're talking sports. We're talking shenanigans. Well, you can also catch us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Twitch, YouTube, as I just mentioned. We have a Twitter, which is pretty fucking cool, and an Instagram, which we're not super active on, but you know what? Give us a follow anyways if you can.
We were on there today. We were on there today,
but Twitter is where you're going to get the real content. So
that's fair. Check out the YouTube channel. We got a new video up a couple days ago. Check it out.
Bring all the Thundercunts in your life.
Bring every Thunder.
Bring them all over.
Bring everyone and your sister and all of her friends. If they want to come subscribe, they can come a lot and they can subscribe, and that would be fantastic. We would
That'd be
very,
wonderful.
very, very much appreciate
We can work out all your guys' issues together as a group. Let's do it.
They can come buckets, as we would say on this podcast.
Hey,
Jonathan Kaminga, that's the reference. All right.
All right, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate you guys. We'll see you next week. We'll keep you guys posted on the Thursday Pick'em stream as well. And the season finale is coming soon. So stay tuned. Thank you guys so much. We love you. Have a wonderful night.